All right, what is up, you guys? Okay, one second. Let me fix my tiny cam. Why is it so small? Oh, there we go. All right, what is up, you guys? So yeah, we got our bingo match today. I guess usually I probably wouldn't be streaming today, but read the rules. Yeah, I saw. I heard that like Domo was saying that like a bingo, even if there was a bingo on the board, somebody could still win by majority, which like I didn't know, first of all, and I didn't think made any sense. And so yeah, that got brought up, and then yeah, it got switched to be like the rule set that made way more sense, right? Like, it was actually funny. Like, Mitch was like saying in the Discord, he like brought up an example of a situation where with the old rule set, somebody could have won or someone could lose by getting a square. So like, I don't know. It definitely made no sense, and it was the right thing to change it, 100%. Like, I think everybody just kind of assumed that it was as it is now. But so here, let me see if I can. Here, this was the example. So in this situation with the prior rule set, where as soon as one person has all their bingos locked, majority is possible for both. What Mitch was saying is that with that rule set, if blue gets this square, they lose. If blue gets this square, because then, like, by the old rule set, someone like red would unlock majority at that point because a bingo is no longer possible for them. And then, like, obviously that makes no sense. So, I wouldn't mind like practicing some stuff before we start. We still got, like, I assume we're gonna start on time, or maybe we'll start early. I don't know. You don't understand? Well, all you need to know at this point is that a bingo wins. If there's a bingo that's possible, it wins. There cannot be a win by majority if there's a bingo on the board of your opponent, which is as it should be, like 100%. Like, it makes no sense that, because yeah, there was the match yesterday, Ain versus Josh, where they were saying that Ain, or I think it was Ain versus Josh, or was it? I don't know. They were saying that or Domo was saying that, I guess, I don't know, one of them could have won while, or no, it was Ain versus Chris, sorry. Yeah. Chris had a bingo all lined up for Moog, and basically they were saying that, like, Josh could, or sorry, Ain could win without blocking that bingo, and then everyone was confused, because I watched it over. So, yeah, how's it going, Bree, by the way, in Recycle Bin? Yeah, this is the match of two. We're both undefeated, so someone's probably going to leave today with a loss. I feel like I'm probably the underdog, I would assume. So, just have to, I don't know, hopefully I can, you know, if he starts lining stuff up, hopefully I can just block him in time, basically. There's probably, yeah, I think they're still, like, interviewing and stuff. Roderick, thanks for the 4-month resub, dude. Welcome back. Kind of like a mystery how to do this fight, because with the lack of blue we have, you can't just unsheath him to death. Nice. But yeah, I've started to rethink a lot of the bingo strats, dude. Based off of what I've seen from how the matches have gone. I started to rethink a lot of stuff. Like, mostly revolving around what to prioritize at the start of a match. And the early squares, like, they can be important, but I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Like, it really just depends who you're against, too, right? That's the other tricky part. Like, a lot of it revolves around what your opponent is doing. Thanks, Zaz. Yeah, thanks for the good luck, everybody. But yeah, what you don't want to do is get blown off the board, right? Like, what happened between me and Josh was that he very nearly just blew me off the board. By going for quick ones, but then I was like, after I blocked his like one chance, I was much better set up for later. Or at least it felt that way. Because he ended up getting stuck on stuff and... Yeah, I'm just practicing. Yeah, there's not a board yet. And I guess one thing too is that I guess he probably watched my last match, but like I'm still learning all this stuff. I don't have any like set strategies that I'm gonna go for or anything like that. So like I'll be a little bit unpredictable, hopefully. But yeah, there's a lot of these early splits that I thought for sure, like when I was just, you know, initially looking at all the squares that I would go for immediately because I could beat out my opponent to them. But then I was thinking about it more. It's like let's say you got, I don't know, Bloodhound Fang plus 0, right? I mean, do you go for that right away or do you not? It depends what else there is. That's the thing, right? You can't just look at a single square. You got to look at everything, and then does it make sense to like go for this? I guess I should.
Of the finger maidens. They serve the two, but I can play turning root to aid you. You need O to the foot. Then it set summon me.
And that's one thing against Parkin, like last one. It wasn't a huge mistake and it worked out perfectly fine for me, but it could have been a mistake. Like if I had gone for
it will summon Torrent has chosen
the Revenant right away. Like, and it's hard to know, right? Because I was actually what I assumed was that Parky was gonna start going for the Revenant on horse on that one, and I strongly considered blocking the horse one so that I could like get half and half. But basically one because what? Has he sold it? I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I think Dino had tons of options. Bloodhound Fang like is not the only option at all. So like I think in, you know, it can definitely work to go sell it right away. But I've definitely realized a lot more stuff. And it also depends the location, right? It totally depends the location of what I'm doing. I agree, Blackbird. I think Golden Halberd is actually better for more stuff. It's got a more like versatile moveset. But it also, like, it just depends, right? Godo, thanks for the 3-month resub. Welcome back. Hmm. Yeah, that's true, Abbas. Yeah, that's a good point. That is definitely one thing that allows you to... that's one thing that's great about Golden Halberd is that you can Golden Vow with it. But, like, last against Parky, I ended up getting the Halberd, but just never using it. I used Bloodhound Fang instead. Because I thought it made more sense for what squares there were. Mad King, thanks for the good luck, dude. Interesting. I do kind of wish we had, like, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I kind of wish we had, like, an extra 10 seconds before it's starting. Where, like, you got to look at it. But I guess, I mean, everybody's doing the same thing, but I do think the more you play bingo, the quicker you can see stuff, probably. At least I've gotten quicker at seeing stuff already. Just because, you know, you don't actually have to look at a full square to see what it is. But I kind of have to go, like, kind of one by one. It takes me, like, a good 10, 15 seconds to actually determine what's going on. No, not even the synergies, just looking at what's there. Because, you know, you kind of have to look before you start your class to determine what starting gift makes the most sense. Shikandar, thanks for the brand new sub. Thanks, dude. Practice off stream. I haven't practiced at all. I've literally done 0 practice for this. So, like, I know they've done a few bingo matches during this week, just because I, like, happened to see that they were doing it, but I don't know. There's definitely no doubt that I am going to be an underdog here, I would say. I should be. Yeah, and there's some like stuff that I wanted to test, but never really got around to it. Ooh, this one's a weird one. I don't know if this is good or bad for me. I definitely prefer tea over coffee. Hmm. Yeah, it's tricky, dude, because you definitely have to have the right balance of like it's the reason why going for the Godric fist only square is so bad right at the start of the game. Soldier of Godric, I mean, because when you're doing that, you're literally just allowing your opponent to run free for 5 minutes. So like nobody does it anymore, obviously. But there's other squares that are similar where they take like a decent amount of time early game and then you end up like just behind. And it like, sometimes I guess it'd be worth giving up a square at the start. But that's what I'm thinking. Like, if there's squares that will progress my character while also like doing stuff, like those are by far the best ones, right? Like a Gil? No, I don't agree with the Gil. It depends on what it is. And for me, I'm not worried about really dying or like I had like a fluky death last match, I guess. Zevanite, by the way, thanks for the 2-month resub. I had a pretty fluky death last match, but that was it, right? I had one death. I'm not really worried about my execution on stuff. It's more, do I pick the right way to go? Like that's what it all comes down to, I think. Hello. Pretty good yourself? Yeah, that's rough. Maybe maybe that's what I need to hopefully catch up. I don't know. I don't know, man. I guess we'll see. I played Parky and I played Josh. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're... Is anybody else undefeated so far? Oh yeah, that's true. Or wait, is he? I thought didn't he lose to Chris? I'm gonna go purple if that's all right. Okay. So apparently the timer... So we got a timer on the screen now, you guys. So apparently that's going to count down from 10 or something. And then once it hits zeros, that's when we can start. So I guess it already like saved my password for the bingo thing, I guess. Or like it saved all my info. I didn't even enter anything. I just clicked the link and it just worked. All right, I'm just waiting on the timer. Yui Azu, by the way, thanks for the 3-month resub. Okay, let's start out well. Let's pick the right things to do. It sets the tone for the whole match because like what I messed up against Josh is that I kind of, didn't fully commit to something at the start. I did, but I was like grabbing other stuff along the way and then he ended up beating me to it and I just wasted all of that time essentially. Right? So he ended up getting the square plus like I had done all the same stuff. So, but yeah, the one starting gift consideration here is the cracked pot, potentially. It depends though. Like sometimes even if there's the 10 pots, getting, not starting the cracked pot still makes sense. Think so. All right, sounds good. Good luck, Aggie. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a little tricky, man. I think this is interesting. I guess it just depends what he does here. Does he go? Do we go for Tree Sentinel +0? I don't think so. And this is kind of what I messed up last time. Okay, and I do have to consider I did start with the pots, so we're going to be a little bit short. Yeah, no spoilers, by the way. I guess a mod can maybe put that in the title or something. I think I'm fairly certain he's going for Margit, dude. I'm fairly certain. It makes the most sense, so I gotta hopefully beat him to this. Because I think he's gonna think I'm going for the Tree Sentinel. But 2-5, I don't think so. No, and so like even if he does go for Tree Sentinel, I'm gonna get Margit first, and I'm probably gonna kill the Remembrance boss first. So like I hope he goes for Tree Sentinel. And definitely the Claw. Oh, you know what though? There's actually I have to pick one. I can't take both because there's also the
It will summon torrent. Treat him with.
There's like a lot of Remembrance boss kills here. Like there's Colossal Weapon and stuff. So like I basically just have to try to pick 2 of them. And I think the 2 easiest is probably like obviously the Claws plus the Colossal, which I guess line up. But I'm looking at that 4 line there. Like that's a quick line there, dude. So I'm fairly certain we're going to be racing to this here. Just got to hope I get a better Margit kill. Olive, by the way, thanks for the brand new Prime sub.
veins tarnished. I shall remember thee, tarnished, smouldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear.
Dog, by the way, thanks for the Brandon Prime sub as well.
The fell omen shall brook thee no. It's tight.
Actually, I guess I should just do this later, maybe. Or, yeah, let's just do that later.
Come over here, would you? Only perhaps, of course, when you appear its own. The gates! Open the gates!
So I guess what I'm thinking right now is that I potentially don't really have to rush this. Because there's no way he's going for this right now. So... So there's no way... I don't really have to do this right now. Like, in fact, he's probably going for the sorcery kill. Like, maybe he's going to come in here and just take the sorcery kill. Like, maybe I go do that, actually. I need to decide quickly, though. Maybe I shouldn't have rested, I suppose.
Fit a sea wind, it seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering place.
Do I go for the sorcery? I'm just gonna go for this. I might have made a slight mistake.
of all that is.
Might have made a slight mistake, but we'll see.
And one day, we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
I did test Radan with the sorcery. I'm gonna try to go for like a little 2-in-1 play here. Well, it's not really 2-in-1, but it's a play that'll progress me on something else. But yeah, see, I didn't really have to. Okay, I'm just. So he got what I was gonna go get here. I'm just going to keep going because no reason to back off now. Yeah, I was going to go for the torrent kill. So he must have killed like a Geel, like... Yeah, it's hard to say what he did, but he's definitely way behind me on the map right now. So I'm going to... This puts me towards the sorceries anyways, so... But I can't get too caught up here. Like, maybe the talismans is a good play. Or... Eight different talismans. We have a bunch of runes too. Well, so he either went Pumpkinhead or a Geel. That's what I think. Okay, I don't want to switch around too much, but I think I maybe should have gone for the Spear Dash kill. Or we'll see. We're still progressing, so it's okay, but... We're also heading towards the Colossal Weapon.
Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, I at these. My thanks. Ouch! So
That's one thing I really messed up in my first match. Is I really like flip-flopped around a lot. This one, you know, I kind of made a slight mistake at the start, but I'm going to keep progressing. There's also a crackpot merchant here, but I'm gonna go try the spirit summon, I think. And hopefully that's not a mistake. Because there was a Spirit Ash one, right? Not sure how I missed that, but...
This way, tarnished. What? No sense in arguing, I see.
It also gives me a talisman. And a pot. Yeah, see, this is maybe... see, I should have probably gone for this. I actually missed it. That's why I didn't mark it. I actually missed that this was on here. Wow, this is amazing RNG so far. Fantastic RNG right there.
Pathetic excuse for a lord you were.
Okay, so now
To the
we got cracked pots. Remembrance Spot Sorcery only is technically on the table a bit later. I'm thinking he's probably going to go to Godric with a sorcery. And he probably killed Pumpkinhead on the horse, so he's probably not too far behind right now. I am at 4 pots at the moment. Leonine Square is definitely not bad, but it's a little far to the way. Oh yeah, true. Forgot we had that. We also have 2 talismans, so we're progressing a couple at the same time here. I'm gonna try to pick up some pots here though. These don't take too long. So that puts us at a nice 6. Jarberg has 3. So that puts us to 9. And then the last one I can get from potentially after Red Wolf, I suppose. I'm looking at the avatars too, though. Avatars look good to me. Let's go get a fire setup. Oh yeah, true, I can buy them, yeah. True. Just need to hope, like, this is where the kind of the luck factors into bingo. It's like you just have to hope that you're not doing the same stuff that your opponent is at this point. Like if I decide to go for something, that it's not the same one my opponent's going for. We're also at gonna be at 3 talismans. Oh yeah, true. Kale sells 3. You're right. So let's go clean that up then. Let's go clean it up. Oh, I didn't get the grace, dude. That was a mistake, but it's okay.
You and I can also that you're not then why I am Carl. Goodbye.
This will be our last one. But see, I'm running around a little bit here, but it's all in the right directions, right? I'm progressing my character, so it's actually okay.
Oh, am I? Are you here as a...
Okay, so he's going to Godric with Colossal at this point, so there's no point in me picking up the Guts Greatsword. So I guess I'll turn my attention to what? Again, I didn't pick up that Grace. That was really stupid. I didn't actually see that there's the Tibia Mariners on this one. Or the Mariners. I don't know why I said Mariners. And yeah, there's a Turtle Talisman back there. Okay, a little bit of a mistake, but... okay. Yeah, that was really stupid. I just, like, literally ran right past it. I get this. Yeah, this board's weird because there's not a lot of stuff that like combine very well. Yeah, I've made a couple mistakes here by not picking up Graces, dude. Like at the Faith Talisman, there's a Grace right there, and okay, so I'm gonna head to Round Table actually really quick. Just to get it unlocked.
Let my hand.
Okay, so we have some time to think here. Do we do Remembrance Weapon boss kill? Potentially?
Oh, welcome. I teach and explore so that one...
There's also a couple talismans here, which I guess I'll buy. Or is it not worth yet?
May the gold...
Oh, I did get the Grace. Oh, dude. Okay. Let's go ahead to Liurni again. I'm kind of running around a little bit here. I'm gonna have to... see, this is kind of a big time waste early game, but I'm gonna have to run all the way back to that Grace that I didn't get earlier. Because this gives us a Mariner. Although, that square doesn't really progress us to anything. I wouldn't mind killing Commander O'Neill. Like, that could throw him off. And I do think... we could argue that Remembrance boss weapon only. He definitely hasn't killed a Remembrance boss. I know for a fact that he has not because he's going to get the Colossal Square. And then going to kill Commander O'Neill is a decent idea if I cheese him. Right? Just so I just totally block out that line. I've already blocked that diagonal with the Colossal weapon only. I know he's going for that. Or... He's at least progressed towards it. O'Neill? Okay, I'm gonna go for O'Neill. We also get a weapon, technically, from O'Neill. Somber weapon, that's not too bad. Either way, we can go ahead and get some setup here. Like we need to, we're gonna have to be running to this area anyways. Like the reason why O'Neill's decent is just because I'm blocking that line for him, because he could potentially do Colossal weapon kill and then very quickly do 3 NPC invaders, and then all of a sudden it's like a race to O'Neill. or something. Pink Robots, thanks for the brand new Prime sub. Like, this is sort of a weird board, you guys. I don't know if it suits me very well. Yeah, true. Aggie did die to O'Neal a bunch of times. It's true. Last game. Yeah, maybe I go for the Mariners. I don't know. We're just collecting stuff at this point. It's okay. This is sort of a longer board, I would say. So I don't mind just running around collecting some graces and stuff. I think it's totally fine. Even though I'm basically giving him that Colossal Weapon square because I just assume he's going to get it. He's definitely got Godric alive still. He's probably going to get it upgraded right now. That's the one thing. I can't fall behind on the weapon upgrade race, though. That's one thing I have to keep in mind a little bit. In Sorcery Only, I could kill Redan Sorcery Only, dude. And then, like, Renala with a +4 fist, potentially. Okay. Just hopefully I'm not being too indecisive here, because I honestly don't really know what to do next. I'm looking at the Mariners. They look decent. And the Avatars and O'Neal. But maybe I only go to O'Neal once I see that he... Okay, so he's totally... I'm going to go to O'Neal right now, then. You can go ahead and force me to do it. That's good play by him, so he's probably upgraded right now. And then he's got that Colossal Square unlocked, so I'm going to go ahead and go do O'Neal. He's not really... He's building towards the row 5, but that's kind of it. I guess the diagonal potentially, but I think I'm in a better spot for the diagonal. Let's pick up this Grace, and then I'm going to head right to O'Neal. I think I've maybe just been a little bit indecisive here. That's... Like, just because it's a weird board, dude. So that's why I've kind of been doing a little bit of nothing, but we're getting set up, so... It feels like nothing, but I've been getting set up. And, like, maybe he... How many talismans are we at? 3. I'm only at 3. +5 Dex talisman. Do you get that by killing her here? Oh, the Dex one after O'Neal. I guess that's true. But that's kind of slow, though, isn't it? It's pretty slow. Maybe it's not that slow. Okay, this will give us a little bit of time to think here. I'm debuffed by Grail. Okay, so we're killing Commander O'Neill. I think, like, we've got 3 talismans. I can get 2 from round table, and then I guess I need 3 more. There's one at the Weeping Merchant. We do have good access to the imbued Stone Sword keys. We grab this Grace, we can go get it immediately and then kill Red Wolf and stuff. I don't know if that's better. Oh, the Turtle Talisman, true, yeah. What does that put us at? Source Seal. Spell Drake Talisman. Is that on the far like left side near the Grace? Like, is that the next one to head to? I guess probably. The Mariners isn't going to happen anytime soon, so. No, Mariner's not slow. We got the holy. I did grab the holy stuff. So we still have the avatars too. So we got a couple. And I wouldn't mind killing the avatars just to block them on that one, but then, you know, there's still the diagonal and stuff. Oh yeah, the Sacrificial Twig and the Axe Talisman. He might be doing that right now. So we got 3 talismans, 2. So we're like it's 6 talismans, and we got. So I'm gonna head and grab a Axe Talisman. I'm gonna get the Source Seal, and then 1 more. What's that last one? Is it the Celia one? I don't know if I like that one though, to be honest. Turtle Talisman. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't snag that before I do. Oh, did I not say the twig? Yeah, I'm gonna grab the 2 talismans here. He's probably a little bit surprised I killed O'Neill right there. He's probably a little surprised. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought he was doing anyways. I'm still gonna go get the Axe Talisman while I'm here. We're also getting the medallion set up. This is okay. I'm okay with this because that square doesn't really lead him to anywhere on the board. I'm okay with it. I do think the middle square is huge here, so I might rush that next, dude. Go kill Ronaldo with the Fire Fist. We have some runes now, too. I also have the standard. But I think that's my next play. Because that middle square is huge now. Now that, like, things are sort of locking up a little bit, even though he's going to be able to block that row 5 Colossal Sword, it doesn't really matter. So I guess I'm going to head to Academy really quickly. Try to use the Godric Fist.
Anchor until it will tragic across the far, but the Grisor brave seek to become lethal.
Hurry up.
Okay, and I will defend.
Oh my god, how did she talk for so long? Yeah, Redan I can use sorcery on very easily. Godric Axe. He's gonna get the Colossal Weapon before me. There's almost no doubt about that. Meteorite Staff? The Meteorite Staff at low intelligence is actually barely better. It's not even worth going for. The one outside of Pumpkinhead is the most efficient. Yeah, Eggy's got a Colossal, and honestly, the Grafted Dragon is way lower stats. I wouldn't be able to reach the stats of the Godric Axe at this point. So yeah. Okay, so he just killed Godric. Yeah, Butte Keys is always something we can go and grab too. Which I believe I'm ahead of him on that one. True, yeah, we can get the crystal darts as well. I'm hoping I'm not making a mistake by kind of committing to some of these here. Like, maybe I need to be forcing him a little bit more, but I think I'm okay. He's beating me on squares, but I should be ahead. Yeah, the imbued stone sword keys is also mine. I don't have anything in my flask at this point, so I should probably change that. I think I'm better set up, you guys. That's what I think right now. He probably has his +4 though, but at the same time, I'm like further ahead in the map, I think. Or well, I guess we'll see. I don't have Slicer or Rock Sling, but why would I want that right now? There's literally no reason why I'd want to use that right now. Like, I guess he could have done Godric with a +0. But, like, I feel like he's probably upgraded. Creamer, thanks for the brand new sub, dude. So this is 20 strength, 16 int. Or 16 faith, sorry. 20 strength. So I have the strength requirement. It was 16 faith, right? Not wrong in thinking that. Go 11, and we'll go some vigor. And I think that's fine. Let's also equip this one. And physic. Go with that one, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know if he's got a +0 or not. It's hard for me to tell. I think, it's possible he does, but it's also possible he doesn't. I hope he does, because that means I've got Liurnia kind of locked up a little bit. Oh, actually, that's a good question, Skillo. I don't know. We'll have to check that. Oh, God, what the hell? I think you're right. I think we can't two-hand that. A little annoying. Should have enough runes, I think. Do I go for the imbued stone sword keys? I guess is the next question. The stone sword key is the one that's on, like, it's not on that chandelier, right? Just worried. It's a kind of a lot of running. Maybe I force him to watchdogs at that point. That's the yeah, the one on the chandelier stops key. You're saying?
Well, I presume.
It's the one that's before that.
So, yeah, perhaps.
So I need 20 strength, I think. Should easily have enough here. Do I go for Renala? Oh, I went to the wrong one. Do I go for Renala first? I'm just thinking he's probably not even near here right now. Wait, why can't I wield this still? Oh, uh-oh. Not sure if I need that, but... Yeah, it's definitely not an ideal matchup, but I don't really have a choice. Like, the axe is just too many stats. So hopefully we can make this work quickly here. Nice fight.
My dear daughter, weave thy night into being.
Very nice fight. Alright, imbued stone sword keys next, I think. Or do we go for the watchdogs or something? I think one of the two. I think have I blocked off literally every single bingo at this point? No, there's only one more, right? Only one more bingo that's not blocked. This might be a mistake. Maybe I should be rushing avatars right now. I also made another mistake here. I should have done this smarter. Oh man, should I have gone for the avatars to just block the last bingo? That's probably what he's going for now, but I have the better setup for the avatars. I almost guarantee it. Oh my god. Oh boy. Okay, I have to do this smarter here. God, this is so fucking annoying. I should have I just haven't been here in a while. I remember now that I definitely have to kill these fuckers. Especially the bow guy. Oh, do I go for the avatars or do I commit stone swords? I'm just... Somber, Bellbearing 1 and 2. Like, surely I have a better setup for that stuff, right? Go Temple Quarter. Like, I guess if he gets avatars, then I'm gonna go... if he gets avatars, then what do I do? I go for the plus 12? I basically had the Dectus lift set up, almost. No, if he does... Well, just I might have to block, but yeah, maybe I can, like, put the counter pressure on or something. Like, his only possible bingo left is row 4. I still have... How many do I have? Just one as well? No, I have 2. I have 2 possible bingos. So yeah, I guess if I, yeah, Smithing Stone Bell Bearings would be kind of nice to pick up for me. Which, I guess, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, do I have 3? Oh, yeah, sorry, dude, row 3 as well. Oh, yeah, hell yeah, dude. Okay, so we've actually got the pressure on him here, I think. We've got the pressure on him. I forget, do I need to unlock a seal in Celia Town for the last imbued stone sword? It's like, it's the close one, right? Or like the one in the front left of the town. Talisman too? I don't need the talisman. Okay, and then after this, I guess I go to get my the bell bearings. It's the next play. Then we hit Altus. Like, it's the one right here, correct? I don't know if there's, like, some skip up here. There probably is, but... Anything else I should pick up here? I have to imagine he's going for avatars. So it's a little bit risky for me to try to do that. Right? What the fuck? Hopefully I don't get memed here. Okay, so he blocked me. Still okay. We still have the same plan here. Oh, avatars. Oh, yeah. Good call. Avatar. Let's block his last bingo. Honestly, I bet you catch flame is better here. I've got good locations on, I think, all the avatars, right? Except for maybe one. The catch flame has got to be better here. Yeah, see, catch flame is way better. That pure fire damage is way better. So the last one, I guess, has to be... Oh, man, which one's faster? The weeping one? Weeping one's got to be faster because I already got... I grabbed that grace next to the guy. Yeah, I think I'm ahead, dude. He might be beating me on squares right now. I don't know if he is, but... I think I've got this stuff... I've got access to stuff better. That's what I think. Yes, we're gonna get the plus 12, you guys. We're gonna do that. That's the next stop after this. But if I can just like seal his bingo possibilities, then that'll be very good for me. I don't know why I use this physic even. What? Oh, so stupid. But yeah, the avatar that might be a little bit more en route for me is the one outside the Dectus lift. Gonna go weeping. Weeping's got to be faster. Hopefully. The only concern is that there's literally nothing else out in weeping for me. So, yeah, I mean, this might be a mistake, but I'm hoping that I don't know. We'll see. Like, he might get the 2-for-1 with that smithing stone bell bearings and the plus 12. But I'm at least going to block his last bingo, and then I still have bingos on the table. Actually, no, I don't. Or wait. I still have one more bingo on the table, so yeah, he's going to go and block that, so... maybe I made a mistake, you guys. Oh, yeah, sorry, I have row 3, I guess. Yeah, good call. So he's going to be trying to block something on that. Maybe he's going for the Mariners. Let's go clean up this avatar, and then we're going to head right to Altus, dude. I still need to get the lifts, though, but I have all the forts unlocked. What's the score, you guys? Like, what's the count here? I don't have a way to actually see it. Do I have one more than him? Okay. Now, this is where hopefully I have better... Hopefully I'm gonna, like, hit that smithing stone bell bearing faster. What do I have to hope for at this point? I do have good access to the Dectus lift. Not going for line 3. I honestly think he has no idea what I'm doing. That's what I think. Yeah, if I get this plus 12 here, we are looking fantastic. Okay, here. If I can get this, we are looking amazing. So the first one to get is the plus 12 weapon. That's the first one. And then the bell bearing's the second option there. Please let me fast travel. Okay, let's go here. Plus 12 rod gears, of course. I do have to run all the way there, though. But... Redan with sorcery, I have, yeah. I can easily do that. We just simply get... I did test it out, actually. And yeah, Slicer is amazing for him. Okay, I'm going to grab this Grace, I think. But hopefully not a mistake, because this is the other Bell Bearing Grace. And then we're going to Altus. And the great thing about Slicer, too, is it's so FP efficient that I actually can save some normal flasks for that. Like, I can save some heals. Meteorite Staff? I can. I don't think I will, though, because we're going to be going to Sullen. Sullen should be there, right? Still behind the pumpkin. I'll just grab the staff there. Meteorite Staff is too far out of the way. Well, it depends how much intelligence I get, I suppose. Yeah, I just have to hope that I hit this first. If he gets this, then... Okay, if he gets this, if he gets the plus 12, we can assume he's going to get the smithing stone bell bearing. I think we head to Redan right immediately. Is that right? Or do we do the Mariners? No, you know what? We do the Mariners. I can just simply get the sacred, like, Uchi. Sacred Blade. And then maybe try to do that if he beats me to this. Because then I'm pressuring that square, and then, Actually, you know what? I guess Redan locks that stuff up, though. I don't have the whetstone knife, though. No. Yeah, true. Redan's better long-term. Okay, maybe I do that instead, then. Do I need this grace? I'm going to pick it up just in case I need it for something. Yeah, true. If I kill Redan... You know what? Maybe you could argue I should even focus on that right now. Kill Redan. I guess that's kind of what we're doing. We're going to go hit an Altus Grace. Kill Redan, and then just, like, try to win straight up on row 3. It all just depends what he's going for right now. I may have to very quickly pivot to get Slicer and stuff, though. But yeah, we're closer to plus 12. I gotta hope I beat him to this. Is there any other reason for me to pick up a Grace here? There's the Somber Stone Bell Bearing, technically. So I could grab the Grace. I'm not going to, though. We're gonna try to rush this as quickly as possible and just hopefully hit this. If I can hit this, we're in a fantastic position. This has been a weird game because there hasn't really been a lot of execution kills that I've had to do. Like, no tricky kills. I do see Valiant Gargoyles on that. I would not mind if it comes down to that. I trust my ability to kill that boss. Yeah, Roger's Rapier is the one. So I wouldn't mind if it comes down to that. But yeah, Redan also locks that off too, right? So killing O'Neal was a fantastic idea, you guys. Like, that cheese came in so clutch. Because, like, it makes it so that he can't pressure me into... Like, if I didn't do that, he pressures me into killing Gargs, and it's just like, wow, that sucks, right? Because then I'm on the defensive, but I think I'm on the offensive right now. Gotta hope I hit this. For Gargs, that's actually a great question. Yeah, that's a really good point. We have enough runes to upgrade another +4. I could use the standard. I don't think Slicer at +0 is kind of... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, he might be going for Mariners right now. I guess that's what I hope he's going for. That'd be a very good thing for me. If he's going for... If he's gonna... Like, I just have to hope I'm ahead of him if he's trying to race me to this. And then... If he's ahead of me on this one, then we're, like... I don't know. All of a sudden, I don't know what's going on. I have to hope that my map access was better than his, so I could reach this sooner. And you know what? I think it was. I think it was. I was right next to the Dectus medallions. Although he probably hit them as well, to be fair. I'm going to grab this Grace. Because we might have to come here for the Rykar Great Rune. We're going to have to run out of the cave here, though. It's a little unfortunate. Can't really afford to Grace out here. I guess you can if you want, Bree, but I'll worry about that when I get there. I'm sure it's not bad. Okay, round table. We're gonna have to buy... Roger's at +8, right? What do I have to buy then for this? I don't know. I'm just going to keep it simple and buy... Oh, he killed the Mariners. just gonna buy 12 and 12 here. Doesn't matter. Okay, so he did what I wanted him to, so now we're gonna get a 2 and 1, hopefully. This should be a lock 2 on 1 here, or 2 for 1.
Pleased to names right now. I mean, I had a little, as you might guess. Oh, I'm privy to. Would you care to look? Time can a little converse. Ah, well done.
Okay, and then we race to Redan here. Actually, no, sorry. We're probably gonna go do the bell bearings first, right? Because we know he's in Altus. Let's go here. This is the next quickest one to get. So how many am I at, you guys? Am I at 9 or 10? Yeah, you know what? Maybe I do go for Redan here. Because, like, there's no way... Like, he must know that I got the bell bearing here. He must know. I'm gonna leave it. It's pretty quick, but the thing is, if he beats me to this, then I'm in huge trouble. Who do we bring this tome to, you guys? Fuck. So we also pick up the staff. Fops is a merchant, or a trainer, right? But... This is going to be really close, you guys. Like, if he beats me to this, which he might... Hell. Ten int for that.
I am where you here. I dare say you're well, but one must. I was ex as revive you still. Very well, but I refuse to anticipate. Very well. I'll be sure to never lose.
Oh yeah, true. 14 int. I think I saved some runes there. Bellbearing I'm going to leave because what I predict is that he's thinking I already have that locked up. Okay, yeah, there's a Grace in front of Redan, so I can go memorize it or whatever. I just have to hope I beat him to this. Rezi, thanks for the brand new sub. And Perry, thanks for the sub as well. I really don't want to mess with a bird here. Yeah, I think this could be a situation like whoever gets this wins, basically. Or if he's in Knockron, he probably wins. I don't know. He wasted a lot of time killing the Mariners, though. Probably. Do you guys think 5 blue is enough? I'll always go pick up a Starlight shard. Yeah, I'll quick dispel. So like, oh man, I don't know the amount that's required for this. I'm gonna level up everything else into vigor here, and I should be able to survive a hit with full armor. Cliff cheese is not allowed. Alright, I really hope I hit this first. I could go pick up a Starlight Shard, but... No, you can't dunk him. Oh, vigor. Yeah, 20 vigor is easily enough to survive a hit. I only have 2 reds, so I'm gonna have to play this really well. Why not Stamp Tier? Because I'm gonna save my physic for an extra heal. But yeah, I guess I could have swapped the Stamp Tier.
Champions, welcome.
Really gotta hope I beat him to this.
Stars of alignment.
Flasks?
The
We're 2-5. I think we're okay. Are we not? What's wrong with that?
But now.
Got 2 heals, 5 blue. Yeah, we've got to play this well. Are flasks, like, upgraded? Yeah, +3, so that's actually a decent amount. That's really bad, you guys. Is that enough? I don't know if that's enough, man. I should have been safe. I probably should have been safe and done it, but it might be enough. Oh my god, the terrain almost totally fucked me there. I think I'm good at the fight. That's such a... Wait, he was getting the somber bell bearings right there? That doesn't make any sense to me, but... I don't understand that play. Hopefully I didn't waste too much time on that fight. I don't understand why he would be going for the somber bell bearings in that situation. Like, am I missing something? It doesn't seem like it makes any sense. Yeah, the thing with the Finger Slayer blade is that we have to go all the way to, we have to kill Loretta Ghost in order to grab it. How many are we at, by the way, you guys? What is our count? 4, 8, we're at 10? Yeah, we're gonna head to Nokron, and what do we do first, I guess? The Ancestor Spirit should theoretically be the fastest thing, right? But we don't have a lot of damage at this point. Yeah, no spoilers, you guys. I haven't seen anything, so... Yeah, Finger Slayer Blade's a pickup, but I gotta go to Carrier Manor first for that, right? That's the problem. But the Moose, at the same time, could also stall me a shit ton, considering I don't really have a weapon. So it's one of the two. No, the rapier is really bad. Okay, let's think on the way to Nokron. We technically also have priority on Rykard's Great Rune, almost for sure. Plus 12 Uchi, but I can't use the plus 12 Uchi though. Like I don't have any normal smithing stones. I still have a bingo on the table, I just realized, you guys. We still have a bingo possibility. So I guess technically the Ancestor Spirit would make more sense for the bingo. And then I could beat him to Sewer Moog. Because I do think I'm further to Sewer Moog. And by smithing. But I don't have... Oh, I do have the 1-2. Oh, shit, you're right. So, okay. Plus 12 Uchi, huh? You think that's better than a plus 4 Commanders? Yeah, I could do Sewer Moog, but I might as well not, because, like, I don't think he's anywhere near there, but he's probably near here, right? Like, but I don't know if he's killed Redan yet. He might not have even killed Redan yet, and if so, like, we are just looking so good right now, if that's actually true. Ancestor Spirit's also weak to fire damage. Like, so Catch Flame's probably not bad. Like, we could go with, like, a plus 12 Catch Flame, but... Finger Slayer, I have to kill Loretta first for that, so I'm not gonna bother. But we know, though, he was going to get Somber Bell Bearings, which doesn't progress him at all towards where I'm threatening. That entire time I was fighting the Redan, so... Like, that's like that's basically a perfect situation for me, unless he's already in Nokron and I don't know about it. Yeah, so, like, maybe the Grafted Dragon is even good enough, dude. Right? Or, potentially, I go kill Ghost Loretta, and do that, right? I mean, we have a lot of options. That's really good here. I'm still in the driver's seat, I would say. That's how I feel, unless he's... He might be more set up than I think. Ancestor Spirit or not? I just don't see how he... There's also a Somber 5 here. I think Unsheath probably is still better. Drive, thanks for the 3-month Prime sub, dude. What's the timer at, you guys? I can't see on my OBS. Oh, it's only... Okay, so we still got 35 minutes, so there's still tons of time. I think Ancestor Spirit with the plus 12 is a really good play. We can also level up a shit ton of Vigor and stuff. And we could also go kill Gargs with the Uchi, right? Look, I was trying to do Opai's skip, but I don't really know how. I almost think, like, the highest percentage thing would be to go to the Finger Slayer Blade Man. All right, the two I have my sights on, Ancestor Spirit and Finger Slayer Blade. Okay, and I should have some extra 3s. Okay, so 10. $10, 12, 6, and 12. And then we could also race to right card. I think I'm in... I think I'm ahead. I think he's not in Nokron yet. That's what I think.
Those are the challenge, find them one.
I'm gonna go level up. So I guess are we gonna do? I guess we're gonna do Ancestor Spirit. That's probably the fastest next one to go for. Get maybe 25 and then Dex. Hopefully not a mistake there. Hopefully my damage is high enough here. We're going to do this one, and then I could either race him to Moog or race him to the Finger Slayer. We're at 11, correct? Yeah, I think I think we're ahead of him in Nokron. He probably would have gotten the Ancestor Spirit by now. He was ahead of me. But he also could be... How do I not fall off of that? Yeah, I can race him for Moog, or I could literally go for anything else. I could go for Gargs. Like, whenever if I actually do beat him to this... I'm not sure if I will, but if I do... Okay, you know what? If he beats me to this, what do I do? That's kind of a question here. What do I do if he beats me to this? Finger Slayer? But he might also be getting Finger Slayer Blade right now. Okay, alright, Moose. Give me some nice RNG, please. Can I use the standard buff? I can. Can I... Yeah, I might have messed up slightly, because I only have 2 heals right now. Just don't get hit. Horrible RNG start. Dreadful RNG. God damn it. That sucks, man. He probably would have stunned there. Oh my god, that is so clutch. It's insane how clutch that is. Oh my god, that's so clutch. It's unbelievable. That's so clutch. It's insane, dude. That is insanely clutch. Because he was healing right there. He was healing. Wow, what a fight. Alright, so I've got a boatload of options right now. I can beat him to right card, I can beat him to gargoyles, I can beat him to sewer mode. Now, he might be going for Finger Slayer Blade right now, but he also, what I think he was most likely doing is heading into Nokron and trying to get the Ancestor Spirit. That's what I think, to try to stop the bingo. Moog is... Any square's a win at this point. I have 4 options. I just need to not lose all of them. And I think Sewer Moog is slower than the Finger Slayer Blade. That's what I think. Wow. What a fight there, huh? What a fight. That's a beauty fight right there. That is a beauty fight. Yeah, true. I could go for right card. I could do anything at this point. I'm in full control. Yeah, so I guess the one place where my execution played a role was that Redan fight, dude. That Redan fight was really well played, and luckily I had enough blue to kill. But I think that's what I was saying at the start of League. Like, I might not be as good at the bingo part as the other people. Like Eggy and Chris and stuff, but I think most of the other people would have died on that fight, probably. That's what I think. I think most people would die in that fight. And I took 1 hit to, like, just... I think I was drinking or something. Like, it was just a random hit. And not in phase 2, most importantly, because phase 2 probably would one-shot me. Macking, thanks for giving a sub to King, by the way. Alright, I just gotta hope I beat him to this, and then... If not, then I go to Moog, and if not, I go to Rykard. If not, I go to Garg, so... I could also just go rush Gargs right now, because I can be basically damn sure that he's not... He was behind me to the Ancestor Spirit, so he's most likely not at Gargs yet. So I could have done that. I think this is a simpler win, even though it's slower. Yeah, he could easily be here. Like, he could beat me out to this. Wait, did he just get one? Oh, he did Gargs. Oh, I guess I'm happy to see that. Another good break for me. Done, please. Another good break for me. Yeah, he picked the wrong one to go. Like, so I must have just beat him on Moose then. That's probably what happened. I must have beat him to Moose. Very interested to go back and look and see if he was doing Moose. Or you know, potentially I beat him before he was even in the fight. But... okay. Hopefully, I just need to hope now that he doesn't, like, magically have this area unlocked. And this should be a dub. I just need to hope that that he doesn't already have this. I'm not gonna do any. I'm not gonna do the skip down to the finger because I don't want to die. Finger Slayer Blade or whatever. Although I could. But I don't think I will because I could easily die and I don't really remember how to do it.
Though I have no intrigue, wilt thou? I am the that I might well. I soured, but I require.
He's probably mid Garg. You know what? He might have been like mid Garg fight, and then realized like, oh shit, he beat the Ancestor Spirit or something. That's another possibility. And then and then he was like, oh well, I might as well finish this fight now. But he's probably thinking I'm already to sewer, like going to Sewer Moog or something, going for the bingo. Okay, I really cannot just. I can't let up here at all. Gotta make sure I finish this out. Because if he's going for this and he's ahead of me, then like this is still totally on right now. That's what's kind of scary about bingo. Is like it's really never over, dude. Because I don't know what he's got. Like if he, I don't know, man. Really have to hope that he's not in here. Okay, if he beats me to this, what do I do? If he beats me, I go to... I don't know. If he beats me to this, I think I lose, probably. Because I don't know which one. Yeah, but I'm not even... Like, the problem is I'm not even close to Rykard. I guess I did pick up the, I did pick up the Grace that's inside that tunnel where you have to go to Rykard. Hey, please don't beat me to this by, like, fucking 5 seconds here. Come on. Here we go. There we go. GG's, guys. That was nice. I'm very interested to go back and watch this and see like if there were any close calls on some of those, because that Moose fight was literally god tier basically. I guess he did pour it away once, but getting that stagger to prevent the heal. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was that seemed like a pretty close one, I think. Well, I think getting that center scar was pretty huge, and then like the fight with Renala was pretty quick. Like I recognize that as going to be like a really important one. I think that Commander O'Neill was also a really good play, like especially looking back on it, because like obviously I knew he had killed Leonine, right? So I knew he had a colossal weapon, and I wasn't going to try to steal like that colossal square from him. So I was going to go let him kill like Renala, or actually I think he killed Godric probably, but I was going to just let him take that one. So yeah, the O'Neill, I didn't want to get forced into doing Gargs basically for that. So yeah, I was a little surprised that he actually went for the Tree Sentinel at the start, because like what I was thinking is that he thought I was going to do it, and you know, killing Margit for parry and then going for like the Remembrance kill with claws seemed like a pretty logical thing to do. So I think basically this match, I obviously don't know, but I think it probably came down to map control, and I felt like I had an advantage basically the whole time. I don't know if that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it definitely wasn't the plan the whole time. Like once I had the 2 smithing stone bell bearings, it's like, okay, I can get any weapon a plus 12, and obviously the Uchi's like insane. So it just seemed to make sense for that ancestor period, and worked out like insanely well too. So yeah. GG's. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking he obviously saw that I got the smithing stone plus 12, so I was just thinking that if he saw that, then he would just assume that I would get the smithing stone bell bearing kind of locked up, and so I was thinking that he just wouldn't go for it, right? And so then if he's not going for it, then there's no point in me going for it immediately because I could spend my time doing something more valuable. So that's basically what I was thinking. I don't know if that's actually how it worked out, but that's what I was thinking. Yep. Yeah, by the sounds of it, you definitely would have like beat me out to basically everything in Nokron because I did the sorcery like Radan kill and it took a lot of time, so. Yep. I guess, yeah, go ahead. Okay, so I was but just by the sounds of it, it sounds like this was a match that was basically just down to, like a very close match where kind of one mistake almost is like fatal. So definitely, like, I'm realizing that the level of play is high, and so, like, I just have to focus going forward on just, like, trying to not make a mistake. Basically, that's what I'm thinking, basically, going forward. Yeah, thanks, Domo. GG's. All right, there we go. Another dub, you guys. That was man, like, listening to what he's saying there, I might have made a mistake going for that sorcery kill. Especially, like, you know, there could have been a 2-in-1, right? Ancestor Spirit plus the sorcery kill. Like, if I had died there, if I didn't execute that kill, I lost. Like, you know, like, even though I won 13-10, if I don't get that kill, I'm spending like another however long that was, like, 4 to 5 minutes. He gets Ancestor Spirit, he gets Gargs, and then like all of a sudden, it's like a race to the last two. So, yeah, I think when I tested that. When I tested that kill, I think I had a better setup than that. I think I probably had the meteorite staff with like 20 or 30 int. And so it was like a lot more reasonable than what I did there. But luckily I had enough, right? I just had enough juice, and I'm pretty confident in not dying. So yeah. Was Finger Slayer skip a lot? It is, but I thought I was gonna die, so I just didn't bother because I don't know. I figured that he doesn't know that skip either, so yeah. And I guess, yeah, it sounds like I won, or it was a decently clean win because he died to that he died to Radan, I guess, man. Like, that's kind of scary to think about, right? If he didn't die, then that match is like right down to the wire because he gets these two and then I probably get this one and then it's down to the last two, right? Or I guess the last three would have been. And I think I would have been down at that point, so. Or, you know, actually it would have been tied, right? It would have been tied at that point and there are 3 remaining. So, lost 2 minutes. Yeah, true. 2 minutes would have been enough for the Ancestor Spirit by the sounds of it, so. Anyways, GG guys. Honestly, that was I feel pretty good about that win, I would say. I didn't make any mistakes in the game. Like I played everything, I would say, perfectly. It's just where I have a big disadvantage and like still, like even though I won this match to some of the more experienced bingo players, is that they are experienced bingo players, right? And I'm not. This is my 3rd round. So or I guess it's my 3rd round of lockout. And so, you know, it's kind of a miracle that I've been able to win everything so far. But yeah, I think I played pretty well there. There's not really much I would have changed about that. Have I died at all? Yeah, I've died. I've died. Most of them were inconsequential though. But yeah, I have died. Anyways, thanks for hanging out, you guys. 3-0, you guys. 3-0. And I think next we're up against Mitch. Actually, let me check here. But oh man, they have, look at this. They have the stream into like embedded on the site, dude. Like Fextra tier. Kind of nice. Like, look how good this site is, man. Whoever made this did a really good job. But yeah, we are up against oh, they're doing the rematch. When is this? I guess just at some point before. I thought they were saving this to the end, but yeah, next Sunday, you guys, we're against Mitch. So Mitch won his game today. I would say pretty convincingly. And then after that, who do we got? Chris after that. Wait, there's only 7 rounds. I wonder at what point we'd like clinch top 4. Yeah, I really should practice more, you guys. Like, I should practice more. 100% I should, but I can't bring myself to practice this for whatever reason. Mad King, thanks for giving a sub to Noxy. I can't bring myself to practice. Also, there were some other subs that I missed, I think, because I was really focusing. Who did I miss? Emily, by the way, thanks for the brand new Prime sub if you're still here. Freytaz as well, thanks for the brand new Prime sub. I think... Did I miss anybody else? Hopefully not. Anyways. Yeah, have a good rest of your weekend, you guys. I'll be back on tomorrow. And we're probably going to just go back to the level 1+0 all boss and no hit routing. Which has been going extremely well so far, so... I do, like I said, though, I need to practice. This lack of bingo experience is 100% going to catch up at some point. I'm being saved by my execution. It's like the first match and this one, I'm just being saved every time by not dying where it matters, basically. Who should we raid, dude? Let's raid Jeff, dude. What's Jeff doing? I think Jeff's doing some randomizer, it looks like. Maybe? Yeah, go say to Jeff, you guys. An absolute legend. But yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow morning, same time, or like same time as usual. Or I guess 11 a.m. EST, and level 1+0 all bots and no hit, you guys. Probably the hardest no hit run ever, at least that I've ever considered attempting. But maybe of all time, who knows. But yeah, take care, you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow.